think we had a track started on twice. I think we had a different track started on every time. Maybe I'm mistaken. I think we had Gauntlet twice now. But there's a lot more variety now, so that's cool. Right, let me see if I can sync those
On this
players.
track, we can really use bend Cordinaros to his strength. If you have a good boost, then this is the track to use it.
Alright, so they are synced now. They look to be pretty much neck and neck here. NektarN has slightly less seed. Nacho is slightly further ahead, so they're basically even at this point. Oh, and you saw Nacho doing the tricky boost hold here by utilizing the wall to the left. It's not really tricky, but kind of unintuitive.
Oh,
Nacho tried to be fancy here, going for the 3/10 time save here by the bowl jump, but
that we do not consider as good.
No, it's not considered as good. And again, you only save 2 or 3 tenths by doing this, so if you die while doing it, this is not gonna pay off. But it gives NektarN around maybe a 4 to 5 second lead, but he dies in the tunnel, so does Nacho. This is quite common. It has to be said though that a crash in the gravity tunnel costs a bit less time than a crash anywhere else, because the gravity tunnel gives you some extra speed just while being in it, and it also gives you yeah, exactly, that's what we call it, and it gives you a little bit of acceleration. So dying on fast terrain like this tunnel doesn't cost as much time as dying anywhere else. And they're still very close here, even though Nacho has one more death. I'm not sure where he made up the time. But yeah, they're basically
more heat going into like the open area.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that probably plays a little part. Right now, NektarN is on a higher heat though, so they're still pretty much even, I'd say. Let's see if Nacho tries the ball jump again. I would think he wouldn't. Yeah, he's playing it safe now.
He regrets that now.
But they're basically synced right here, which is great to see. NektarN has slightly more heat though. And that's a really nice line around the roundabout from Nacho. Really, really tight line, which definitely saves a little bit of time. Let's see, can they clear the tunnel this time without a death? NektarN can, Nacho can't. It's gotta hurt.
And he hit that asteroid on the respawn.
Yeah, it's a solid 4.5 second lead for NektarN now.
Yeah, now NektarN would have to crash.
Pretty much, or at least make a major mistake and a rather big bonk.
I see he dropped the boost there for a bit.
Yeah, as long as you don't underheat, your boost getting interrupted is not that bad. But if you underheat in the process, then definitely lose you a lot of time. Nacho is making up some ground though. It's only about 3.5 seconds now. NektarN taking a suboptimal line here, approaching this section. Nacho waiting for the cooldown. I don't think he will be able to make up enough time, but he's definitely making up some time here, I can tell.
Still have to tube.
Yeah. We saw NektarN crash on lap 1 in the tube. He cleared it cleanly on lap 2 though.
Oh, I noticed NektarN does not have an AI with him.
It doesn't really do much good on Gauntlet, I think. I'm not even sure if there's an asteroid that gets cleared by an AI. But let's see if he makes it. If he makes this tube, I think... Oh, he crashes. Okay, Nacho needs to stay clean here, but he doesn't. I think this is NektarN's. This is tight, but this is gonna be NektarN's win. Nacho had to clear this tube to win this cleanly, but he didn't. It's a 419 and 420, 520.
So close.
Yeah, 1 second difference. So you could tell Nacho actually made up quite a bit of time just by driving a bit more cleanly, but the crash in the tube sealed the deal. So 1-0 NektarN.
Okay, we get to the permabans. 4 tracks that can never be selected.
Yeah, and Nacho taking out the Boonta Eve Classic right away. Quite a popular bun, actually.
Yeah. Executioner.
Yeah, I've noticed the Uvo 4 tracks are also pretty popular in band. I think a lot of players really don't like these tubes.
Andobi.
Yeah, and Obi Mountain Run hit the last bun here by Nacho. So now we're going to see a pot ban by NektarN that is only in place for the next track only. Also, for anyone that is new to this Galactic Podracing circuit, these players are currently playing a best of 9 in a round-robin phase.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Oh yeah, NektarN's second bun was Vengeance. I missed
I was
that
just
one.
about to say, so yeah. Just banning those Uvu tracks.
But yeah, the Uvu tracks are gone now. We're not going to
Even
see
though
any
it's
more of
just
those.
1-on-1.
Yeah, the only way we could see an Uvu track again is if Nacho chooses to do the salty run back on Gauntlet at some point.
Okay, Bullseye is temporarily banned.
NektarN's other ban, he banned Executioner and Vengeance, so both Uvu tracks are gone. So like I said before, the only way we will see Uvu 4 again today is if Nacho chooses to do the salty run back on Gauntlet.
NektarN banning Howler. Temporarily.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and as I thought, we're going grab wine, no Bullseye.
Yeah, Nacho likes to do that. He did that versus Lightning as well.
We've seen that a bunch of times.
Yeah,
I always love it.
if NektarN did his homework, you should have seen this coming.
I hope you're ready for some Niva Key.
Yeah, we're most likely going to see a Niva key mirror.
Well, if this was no upgrades, it could go for bowls.
Yeah, or Ben, or Bulba, or Bullseye. They all. Oh no, Bullseye was banned. Never mind. But yeah, I actually suspect that Ben could be the best here in no upgrades. But it's hard to tell. Bullseye, Bolus, and Ben are really close.
Doing countdown.
So yeah, this is widely considered the hardest track in the game. And for a reason.
Yeah, I would say this is harder than Fire Mountain Rally.
Whoa, I was about to say that. I just saw Nacho enter the track with Ben, and I was about to question his spot choice. Yeah, that's definitely not a good idea, doing this with max upgrades, Ben. You're not gonna have fun. And NektarN enjoying the cutscene. And yes, it's gonna be a Neva K mirror here. Alright, the score. Give me 1 second.
I did it.
Oh, it didn't seem to work.
It will take a moment to update.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I can see it on the tracking side, so it should come. And they're off. So let me do the syncing again. It's about 4 seconds difference here. And NektarN already with the first crash here. That's very costly, because you can tell that Nacho is actually going pretty risky here, doing difficult strats that are also very fast, relatively speaking. So if he stays clean, it's going to be hard for NektarN to stick to his heels. So you can see it's already a almost 6-second lead here for Nacho.
And you can see that this is really something you can do with this ban and track pick system, that you intentionally want to get your opponent to play something he's uncomfortable with. In this case, yeah, grapevine without bullseye.
Yeah.
You would never see that in any other context.
Yeah, the swarm part of this map is really satisfying, especially if you get it right. There's a few very, very risky and fast lines you can take through there, but I don't really expect to see those in tournament. However, the whole track is basically
okay. Let's see how Nacho does this shortcut here.
Got it very clean. NektarN,
oh, he takes a hit,
the
but at least doesn't die with the hit. No, has
yeah, I think you should refresh your stream. You're slightly behind. But yeah, NektarN actually died on the shortcut, and that's one of the most costly crashes you can take in the whole game, because it spawns you a little bit back, as you could see. So this costs a ton of time, and Nacho has a giant lead now. Nacho would really have to crumble on the third lap for NektarN to still have a shot.
This is one of the tracks where you see those big differences, but it can also be decided by less than a second, as we've seen in previous races.
Yeah.
I think it was another Neva mirror here.
Yeah, it was actually Nacho's pick as well, with lightning turret. And they ended up with less than a second difference.
Nacho started the lap with a death, but maybe you're ahead again.
Yeah, he still has a really big lead, so this is gonna be almost impossible for NektarN to make up. Oh, Nacho trying to take the shortcut, but he didn't brake in time, so he decides wisely to just skip it. It's not the biggest shortcut, so not that big of a time loss to just go around.
But it really hurts to fail it. Like to try and fail it.
Yeah, that's true. NektarN got it cleanly this time. That was pretty smooth. But again, he's so far behind at this point. It's almost impossible for him to catch up. Unless Nacho dies 3 more times. But I don't see that.
Easy to take a death in the swamp.
Yeah, he took 1 here. But now he's basically in the clear.
Yep.
Let's see the time here. I think versus Lightning Pirate they both had a 440 something. So he's on pace to beat that. Sub 440? Not quite. 440 flash. a solid win for Nacho here. You could tell
NektarN is not that much slower, to be fair.
13 seconds. It's not that big on this track.
Yeah, 13 seconds, yeah, again, it would be a lot if it was like Aquilaris class. So 1-1.
Right, so NektarN banning Ben Cardinal, Nacho banning Bumpy's Breakup.
A popular ban.
I can see why he's banning that. Bumpy's Breakers is one of the few skips that NektarN is actually familiar with, and the skip on Bumpy's Breakers is pretty difficult.
Duck Derby.
Oh yes, my favorite track.
No one will pick that against you. That will be their first ban.
Well, I wouldn't count on that. Mike did it last tourney. I hope he does it again. But yeah, it's an awesome track. It's very short, but it's one of the most technical tracks in the game, especially if you use Ben Cardinalosi. This is one of the tracks where going safe costs you enormous amounts of time.
So what track, what part will they pick now?
I am guessing Mars or Bullseye. I'm guessing NektarN is going Bullseye because he's used to, yeah, I'm right. Because he's used to it from semi-pro runs here. He used to be the world record holder for semi-pro no upgrades. So I'm not surprised by the Bullseye pick here. And I think Nacho will go Mars if I had to guess. It looks like he's also going for Bullseye though. Personally, I'd pick Mars here as a backup. But Bullseye is definitely viable. No question.
Yeah. This is one of those tracks that is just very narrow, like almost no runoff areas. So mistakes easily result in a death.
And it has a lot of tight turns, which means keeping up your heat is very difficult here. And that's why I said earlier, if you go conservative or safe on this track, you lose a lot of time just by the nature of going safe. Because going safe means you will be able to boost.
And if you die anyway, it's even worse.
Yeah.
It's also a problem in the logic of picking Bullseye when another part would be faster. You're already wasting time by going safe, so you better do not die.
Nacho misjudging the jump and flying straight into the wall ahead. That's very costly here.
Okay, you don't see that a lot.
Yeah. Also, a little fun fact about this track. As we see both players dying in sync, basically. A little fun fact about this track. This is basically modeled after the real-life track Laguna Seca, which is really cool.
Just look at the two maps of the tracks.
Yeah, they're basically identical. And yeah, this is a very short track, but as I said earlier, it's one of the most difficult tracks in the game, even though it's so short. Especially if you do time trials here with Ben. Because of all the tight turns and managing to keep your boost up after these turns, it's really, really difficult.
I can see why you like it. It's very challenging, but it's not extremely long like some of the Barunda tracks.
Exactly.
Like staying focused for 5 minutes. It's not easy.
But look at this, Nacho is almost making up the step here. If he keeps this up with some aggressive boosting, he could still come out ahead here, even though he has one death more right now. It's gonna be kinda close.
Yeah, I was hoping it would be.
Oh, he held that one? He needs to be on the boost right now. I don't think it's enough. Yeah, 146 and 148. So that's a 2-1 for NektarN.
Yeah, it goes back and forth. No one has managed to score a breakpoint yet. Okay, Ben is banned again. Spiceman Run is banned, and we're playing more Malastair. It's Malastair 100, no upgrades.
Well, that's funny because we're going from one of the tracks that is modeled after a real life circuit to the other one that's modeled after a real life circuit. So I'm not sure if I remember the name of the track correctly. But yeah, Malastair 100 is based off the real life circuit Sonoma Raceway, which is based in California, I think. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Going from one real life track to the next one. This is also a track that is notorious for one of its corners, which is the hairpin at the very end.
Killing a lot of newcomers. Yeah, he just have to go to the shop and get rid of the upgrades, and it's that enough proof, right? Because he was asking.
Yeah, it is. It is. We can see here, Nacho got rid of all of it, and so did NektarN.
Yeah, so this character on NektarN's side, not exactly, but he should be picking.
I'm curious. Counterpick, you shouldn't pick this with 60 FPS. And I'm not sure what FPS NektarN is on, he's not displaying it. But I would guess it's 60 as well.
I'm just going to type in that it's fine for him to have this as he did it.
Yeah, I know. Nacho has 60 FPS, which is definitely the worst choice you could make here in terms of FPS. But he seems pretty comfortable on the track with this setup. But it's not optimal for the hairpin. But then again, I don't think NektarN is expecting this counter pick or has actually practiced it.
So Ace, they're using this big yellow guy here. Can you explain why?
Oh yeah, they're both using bolus 4, and that is because the no upgrade tier list is quite a bit different from the max upgrade tier list. And that is because with maximum upgrades, all pods cap out at exactly the same top speed. The top speed meaning the speed they naturally have without boosting. However, in no upgrades, the pods have a very different top speed, and Bolus has by far. No, he doesn't have the highest, right? Sebulba has a slightly higher top speed, but Bolus has the second highest top speed, and on top of that, he has the second best boost in the game.
Sebulba has the worst boost.
Yeah, exactly. Which in the end makes Bolus the best no upgrade pod across all tracks, basically. The only tracks where others can come close are Grapevine Gateway and Fire Mountain Rally.
I mean, you said yourself, we're not exactly sure who is the best on Grapevine.
Yeah, on Grapevine it's actually pretty tight between Bolus, Ben, and Bullseye. But I'd guess with perfect execution, Bolus would probably still come out ahead, but that's a lot to ask from Grapevine. Alright, if I had to guess, this will be a commanding win by Nacho, because he likes no upgrades and he's
already died.
Yeah.
this should be a good track and no upgrade. A good combination for amateur no upgrade runners. It's I mean the controls are very similar to Bedo for both.
I agree, and that might be why Nacho's actually choosing to stay on 60 FPS, even though lower FPS would be better technically. But I guess it's just a comfort thing. Also, to clarify, more FPS in this game has a slight effect on the physics. It doesn't make the game faster. It just has a similar effect to what traction would do. And a lot of the time, that's actually detrimental at the high level of play.
That's why the new ports for PS4 and Switch are not very good for speedrun.
Yeah. Yeah, sadly, that's true. Although they are actually decent for some of the full game categories. But again, if you want to seriously speedrun this, just get the PC version. Which is definitely the best call.
Yeah, we see this was a very good pick for Nacho.
Yeah, you can see he is practiced on this. Gonna
NektarN
be
is really not comfortable with this track and no upgrades.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 220 for Nacho with solid time. And that's 2-2. Still no one has broken the surf, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I hope this gets to game 9.
Same.
Who's 34 for NektarN? Okay, we have Ben Band again. And a Prime Centrum Band.
Yeah, let's see where we're at it.
Sepul was like a C.
He's still typing. Is he gonna use force?
Oh, we used the wall ride. Nice.
He is forcing a skip. And I know, I can tell you now that Nacho will be happy about this. Because he told me earlier when he practiced, he actually PB'd on that exact track on the skipped version.
Will he score the breakpoint?
It's very possible here, although this skip is quite treacherous. It looks easy, but it's also very easy to mess up and die on it.
And don't you love that we went for the Malastar triple?
Definitely. Malastar tracks are definitely among my favorites. But yeah, I'm really curious how this is gonna go. You could see NektarN's PB 154 here, and Nacho just got a 151 in practice. I think they will both go for bullseye. Wait, we should tell NektarN he should upgrade his quad. I don't think he wants to do no upgrades.
You're not gonna do good unless you upgrade that Podracer of yours.
Exactly. So yeah, just one moment until NektarN bought his upgrade.
Okay, ready now.
Alright, players got the countdown. They will be off shortly. Yeah, this is another of those short tracks that's very technical, especially if you add on the skip at the end. Getting in the sync right here. And they're looking pretty even. NektarN going a little bit more conservative on this turn, not deciding to boost through it. Both of them avoiding the little death slope at the bottom of this shortcut hill.
One of the
And here goes
famous
the skip.
places, yeah.
And both get it cleanly. Nacho with a slight lead here, about 1.5 seconds.
You can just blow up the landing.
Yeah, especially if you land too low. You can see Nacho generally taking a little bit more risk here, holding his boosts a little bit longer, starting them a little bit earlier. Which, if he stays clean, might actually get him the win. He is ahead by a few seconds now. And here comes the skip again. And another clean one for Nacho.
Really nice one.
Same for NektarN. But that is already a 3-second lead for Nacho here, just by playing more aggressive. And that goes again with what I said earlier on like Derby. On these short technical tracks, you pay a big price for going safe and conservative. And you can really tell me.
And then
But
you're
you
just
see-
hoping for mistakes on the other sides, but if they're
Yeah.
not happening,
Let's see, Nacho has one more skip to do. And he gets it, that's the win for Nacho. And he breaks his third. And he almost PB'd. That's the commanding win.
even though NektarN didn't die, just didn't take as many risks.
Exactly, and that's 5 seconds difference right there.
Yeah, Nacho leading with a break.
So even if Nacho died once, they would have been about tied here. Yeah, Nacho breaking the serve. 3-2 here.
Okay, we're going with the band combination of band Codineros and Bumpy's Breakers again.
Mm-hmm.
Abyss!
Yeah, we're gonna see a bit. And it seems like no force, so we're gonna see Max upgrades a bit. Yeah, no force. So, yeah. I'm guessing it's gonna be a bullseye mirror once again then.
Yeah.
So NektarN really needs to make this count and win this one. Because if he loses, he's gonna be against the match point 3 races in a row. So he would have to win 3 in a row if he loses this. So for the interest of keeping this a close match and possibly seeing race 9. I hope NektarN wins. Yeah, they're both going with Bullseye. Which is not surprising. Especially since Ben is banned. Technically, there's still plenty of pods that would be slightly faster than Bullseye here. Like Bolas, Mars, Mahonic, Elon, and Aldabido.
Mars is a good climber in case you fall down.
He is. Although if you use 60 FPS, everyone is a good climber here, and it can actually be detrimental to use Mars on 60 FPS because he climbs too fast, which means he tends to crash on the climber. And for those who don't know what we're talking about, this track has a track split that is up and down at the very start. And if you fall down and don't make it back up again, you have to take a sort of a penalty lap, which is around 15 to 20 seconds long. So
basically an extra pit stop in F1.
Yeah.
And there's also a second shortcut where you have to stay up, that you lose less time if you fall down.
This right here where NektarN fell down, that's the one. But the second one only loses between 1 and 2 seconds, so it's not that big. You're getting the sync in here. And they're pretty close to each other. I'm not sure about a second ahead at this point. Yeah, like I said earlier.
There for a moment, how much to the left, not sure. You got.
But yeah, NektarN really needs this win here. He really does. Oh, and he almost crashed, but he made it. Let's see. Oh, Nacho falling down here. NektarN staying up, so that's gonna be. They're basically gonna be tight again here. NektarN might even have a slight lead at this point, a very slight one.
Let's see the lap times.
Oh, they're really synced at this point. NektarN with a sub 50 here. So
Yeah,
it's all up for grabs on this last lap. Nacho going a little bit safer. He braked a bit more. So NektarN has the lead now. I'd say about half a second lead here for NektarN. It's gonna be decided by the second up-down section. It might very well be. Both taking the slot cleanly. Let's see if they can stay up there. Yeah, NektarN makes it. Nacho as well.
Oh.
Okay. NektarN still slightly ahead. If he keeps it clean, he got this. So he needs to finish this. And don't bonk. Yeah, NektarN has this. This is NektarN's calling it right here. 230, 231. Close.
So this match continues.
It does.
3-3.
Nacho has the counterpick advantage at this point, though. If it keeps going this way, race 9 will be his counterpick. So NektarN needs to break the serve or win on the counterpick on the last track. But yeah, this was a close one, and two very solid times, 230 and 231.
Okay, next round. No ban, no Spiceman run.
Very smart ban from NektarN here. Oh, look at this.
Inferno skips.
Second time we see this is turning. And NektarN is like, haha, GG, bro. Oh, man. Yeah, I would suspect NektarN doesn't know how to do this.
Oh, and the climb is best at 60, yeah?
Yeah.
The initial one. So yeah, we're going to see the totally developer-intended version of Inferno.
Yeah, NektarN is taken by surprise by this. This is gonna be rough.
I don't know what version of the skip NektarN knows how to do.
I don't think he knows any. So,
These rules can be brutal.
mhm.
But NektarN knew that this could happen.
Yeah, he did. He did. He didn't do his homework, apparently.
What? He's going for bullseye?
Well, yeah, I mean, he has no idea where he has to do the skips, so he's probably just gonna do the full track.
And hopes that Nacho explodes like 20 times.
Oh, King Bean, that's not actually that true, because the first skip saved close to 10 seconds per lap, which is, I mean, it's still much less than the second one, but I wouldn't say it doesn't save much power. But yeah, for those of you who don't know the skip, you should watch what Nacho does, and it's gonna be hilarious. But it's also much more difficult than it looks. But yeah, I feel sorry for NektarN, but in the end, it's his own fault. Everyone should have known about this.
You had the time to practice this.
And here we go. So yeah, you can see Nacho going immediately to the right wall, skipping over to the other side of the track, saving about 10 seconds, turning around here, using the wall to gain height, skipping back to the start and finishing the lap. That's what he's gonna do 3 times.
This is the last track in the game, and at this point, yeah, the developers didn't have a lot of time left.
Apparently, yeah. So we can see Nacho on a solid mid-30 pace here. And NektarN not even halfway through the first lap. Yeah, that's a 34. PB for Nacho.
This is so hard to watch for NektarN.
Well, I mean, see, I have a hard time calling this unfair because we specified all of this.
Yeah, it's not really unfair. I mean, everyone knows that skips are fair game now, and so you gotta practice them. They're part of the tournament.
So it's really on you if you leave one of these tracks open with one of these huge skips. And yeah, in the end, it's a free win for Nacho.
I mean, some skips are rather small, so you could potentially win by not doing them.
Yeah, there's quite a few of those, actually.
There's even the potential to just bait your opponent into going for them. And you never even intend to try it. But the skips on tracks like Abyss or Inferno, like if you don't know how to do them at all, you're just going to lose.
Yeah, you're better off just permabanning those tracks than in these cases.
NektarN only permabanned Uwu 4 tracks.
Mm-hmm. Also, I like Mikey's suggestion of a skip-only journey. I'm totally on for
that. Skips only.
But yeah, for the sake of this tourney, each player has 2 forces in best of 9s, which means a maximum of 2 skips per player. So if one of them chooses to do no skips at all, there can be a maximum of 2 in a best of 9. Yeah, I mean, we did no skips last year, basically. So this year we decided to add on no upgrades and skips because it's part of the game.
Okay. NektarN now gets one more counter pick. Banning Ben again. Banning Prime Centrum. Oh, I just saw now in the chat that this Inferno was a PB for Nacho.
Yeah.
Destro's Revenge.
And Ben was stunned, wasn't he?
What? How can you force a skip? There's no skip there.
Alright, so we're gonna see Death Row's Revenge, Max upgrades. And no Ben Quadinaros, so what are we gonna see? Are we gonna see Bolus?
Yes. Regardless, I think we're going to see a big boy.
I really think it would be a mistake to pick Bullseye. Because this track is rather simple. So Bullseye will easily get beaten by most of the big boy points. And there's quite a few of them. There's Elon Mac, there's Mahonic, there's Aldabido, there's Voltor.
Let's say a big boy pick is a big brain pick.
Yeah, it looked like Nacho going for Mars. And NektarN looks like he's going for Bolus, and Bolus is quite a bit faster than Mars if you keep it clean.
Don't you want to see Game 9?
Yeah. I do want to see the 9th track. Would be the first time in this year's journey. Oh no, NektarN. Ooh, I think that's a mistake.
Oh, yes.
Although, to be fair, Bullseye isn't that much slower than Mars. But he is
But
slower.
I think if Nacho doesn't die, then he has this.
Possibly. Like the different. Okay, he's changing again.
What? Oh.
This is Defo's Revenge. And he's going Bolus after all, it seems. Who is definitely much faster here than Bullseye. But he's also much harder to control. And he is also quite a bit faster than Mars. It's just about keeping it clean. And are they off? I think they're off. Try to get the sync in right away. NektarN staying on the top track. Going a bit safe here, not using as much boost as he could have. And he's going up here. Oh my god, what is...
Upper out with bowls.
Yeah, it's mental. And we see both of them crashing in a really weird way. And another crash for Nacho here. Which puts them about even again. But you can see NektarN is going conservative here with his boots again. Which will not matter if Nacho keeps on.
Planning to go for roof strats on all 3 laps.
I don't know why he's doing this. This is insane. Because
these are ILs.
Any time at all. Yeah. This only saves time if you take these bumps really well. But I guess he can afford it because Nacho just keeps dying.
Oh, it absolutely goes for it.
Yeah, that's definitely quite insane doing this in tournament. But yeah, as I said before, Nacho just crumbling on this track here. This is looking like race 9. Unless NektarN dies twice on this lap. Maybe nerves are coming on here for Nacho. Definitely looked a bit like
the finish line.
Yeah, Nacho actually did the out of bounds finish on lap 1, which is not. I wouldn't recommend doing that.
Okay, another roof route.
Yeah, for everyone watching, do not do this. It only saves time if you perfectly cut all of these corners. Not recommended.
Finish.
Yeah, he gets it. That's the race 9. Nacho really looking shaken here.
Oh, Nacho was not used to this track without Ben.
Yeah, we could tell. Definitely. That was definitely rather shaky from both.
Oh,
but
now he has the advantage of the counter pick.
He does. He used both of his forces already. I'm guessing we're gonna see Fire Mountain.
Okay, bullseye taken out.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yes, you called it.
So we're gonna see Fire Mountain never kill. And yeah, Nacho's strong here. Nacho's really strong here. And we saw earlier that NektarN wasn't really that prepared on never kill on GVG. So I wouldn't think he's prepared here.
Yeah, big words from Nacho going 5-0 here.
Well, that's what he would have liked the most. Well, I could see that was not gonna happen. Trackburn was by Wu Coast. Yeah, I gotta say, Nacho's the favorite here right now. Because I know he practices. But let's see. I also know that NektarN is a really solid player, so if he keeps it together, he can still win this. But
yeah, true. NektarN almost banned the right track.
Yeah, almost. Not quite though. Yeah, Nacho off. So it's NektarN. In here for you guys. Okay, I definitely messed that up. Let's do it the other way around. This should do it, hopefully. Close enough. Alright. At this point, there's still rather evenly matched here. Yeah, Bullseye was banned, that's why they chose Never K. He's second best here.
Ooh, NektarN taking the fire.
Oh yeah, that's gotta hurt, and crashing at the end as well. That's a solid 8 seconds lost here, at least.
Like falling into the lava is one of the worst things that can happen in this game.
Yeah, it slows you down and it drains your heat. It doesn't drain it, it adds your
It
heat.
can potentially make it impossible to even go out with an easy death
Yeah.
if you're slow enough.
Ah, NektarN dying again. He can't afford this. This is looking really good for Nacho at this point. 153 first lap. Yeah, you can tell he has like a 14-second lead at this point. Make it like 10 seconds now because of the death. NektarN needs to stay clean here, he can't afford to die more. And then he still has to bank on Nacho making mistakes. Another crash from NektarN. That's rough, that's really rough. Again, he's about 14 seconds behind again.
This is pretty much like a force in itself.
It is, kind of.
Like
I would
a
agree
third
on that.
category after no upgrades and skips.
It's definitely something you should be prepared to do. Oh, Nacho taking a costly crash here. That's costing him around 6 to 7 seconds. NektarN catching up a little bit, and we still have 1 lap to go. So again, NektarN needs to stay clean here. He cannot afford to crash anymore.
And a variation of this that you could do is also force no upgrade.
I think King Bean did that once. And another crash for NektarN. Ah, that's rough. That's rough.
And we still have a full lap ahead of us, but this is pretty much it.
Basically, unless Nacho really chokes his last lap and dies 4 times. Well, I mean, it can happen, but I don't think it will.
Like the last pick, I'm not sure if NektarN was even aware how much he caught a Nacho off guard there.
On defrost, yeah. But at the same time,
we had just practiced that roof strat quite a bit recently, and felt comfortable using it.
yeah, and then again, the roof strat doesn't even save a lot. But yeah, we can also definitely tell that NektarN wasn't prepared at all.
You see the difference that it makes, even on a seemingly more simple track, when you are not familiar with using a different part.
Yeah, it can be big. And it's even worse on a track like Fire Mountain, as we can see
It was
here.
the exact same lava mistake like in lap 1 on NektarN.
Nacho bringing this home. This is the victory here for Nacho, 5-4. But we did see track 9, so that was pretty cool. Still a very, very tight match here.
Won't get the sub 540. It was a 542.
Nacho actually getting a flappy B here. But yeah, that was a close match. But unfortunately, NektarN was caught off guard heavily by Nacho's counter picks. Like, he couldn't even come close here on any of Nacho's counter picks. So as soon as Nacho broke the serve, he won this set basically. So congrats to both. Or rather, congrats to Nacho and GG to both of them.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get them in for an interview, see what they have to say. Hello Nacho, and congrats to that win. That was close.
Thank you. You got your wish. Got the
We
EP9. That was intense.
And hello NektarN.
Oh.
GG's.
Yeah, GG.
GG, man. That was a good one.
That was an
Very
exciting
nice.
match.
Yeah, you gave me a run for my money, that's for sure.
Yeah, there were some pretty close matches there.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think it was a really, really close one. I think Gauntlet was close, wasn't it?
Gauntlet was rather close. Abyss was very close.
Yeah, Death Res was a landslide for you. I picked
Go on.
I picked Mars because I forgot Bulls. I didn't really know what to do, so I'm like, I'm just gonna pick Mars because I'm most comfy with him. And that was a terrible idea.
You looked a bit out of your element, like a fish out of the water.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
NektarN went for the roof strat. All 3 laps on the death rows.
Damn.
Honestly, I don't even know if is it faster or not.
Well, the way you did it, it actually kind of breaks even. So it's not really worth doing it. It's only worth doing it if you cut the corners really, really hard. And that's really risky.
Okay. Yeah.
It's an IL strat.
But yeah, that was a great set. I have to say, however, NektarN, you really looked like you got caught off guard by almost all of the counter picks that Nacho threw at you.
Yeah, pretty much. I haven't practiced bowls, no upgrades, pretty much at all.
I see.
And I obviously don't know the Inferno skip, so...
yeah.
That's one of the skips. If you don't know them, like, you can pretty much give your opponent a free win if they know them.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely take a look at that one.
Yeah.
At least so you know what it's about.
Ace can give you a skips coaching.
Yeah, sure.
Or how you call it.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised I got a PB on that too.
Yeah, that was pretty solid.
There was one track where Nacho won on the counter pick. What was that again?
Yeah, he broke Surf on Savora's Legacy.
So that was the track that decided it in the end.
Yeah, it really was.
Because both
Go ahead.
of you did not die, but Nacho just had more aggressive driving.
Yeah, I learned some of the lines that allowed me to keep boosts for longer near the end of the track before the skip.
Mm-hmm.
So that really helped.
Yeah, you breaking the Surf there was really important. And, well, in the end, it decided the set.
Yes. Good stuff, man.
How come
Yeah,
you have played all 3 Malastar tracks in a row?
Did you really?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Alistair, Duck Derby. Oh yeah, I guess we did. Yeah. That was funny. I was torn on Doug Derby. I didn't know if I wanted to pick Mars or Bullseye. And because we just came off a Grapevine, I was like, I'll probably stick with Bullseye just to keep the familiar controls on hand. And I think that's what undid me there on that pick. Bullseye has more aggressive turning than Neva Key, so I took some turns too quickly and crashed. I think twice, I think.
Yeah, it was good to see such a close match. Going to race 9 for the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, the first race could have really gone either way.
Yeah, I forget how close that one was.
Yeah, it was like 1 second difference, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about those stupid rocks at the end, dude. I cannot
There-
figure out how to avoid those. Like I even practiced that earlier before this match.
Does Gasgano break rocks at all on
I don't
Gauntlet?
think he does.
That explains it.
Because NektarN didn't use an AI at all.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, I learned that the last tournament last year.
Yeah, it's just one of those things I need to figure out. Yeah, GG's.
GG.
I don't think I have
Yeah,
anything
and
else to add.
regarding the group, it's funny because both of you actually still have a chance to get second in this group if you win all of your remaining matches. So it's still all to play for.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. Like the fight for between second and fifth in this group is gonna be quite interesting.
Agreed.
So you guys
Looking
have
forward to
anything
it.
to add?
Nope, I'm good.
Same.
All right. So for everyone watching, if you want to see more pod racing, then you can do that today. There's gonna be another match at 4 p.m. EDT, and it's gonna be the last gala. This same channel right here. So hope to see you right there in about 3 hours, a little bit less. And thanks for watching.
And may the force be with you.
Exactly. See you guys.
See you.
Bye.
Bye. Same.
All right. So for everyone watching, if you want to see more pod racing, then you can do that today. There's gonna be another match at